said. That's stuck in my head now.
All right, we're live on Twitch.
Awesome. I'm pressing record now. And we are rolling. Hey guys, thank you for joining us again for another episode of Seat at the Table. We're bringing you episode 3 of No Filler. I'll give you a recap in just a moment. But first and foremost, let's give it up to the creator of this particular script, Mr. James Wright. Go ahead and talk to the people for us.
Again, appreciate everyone being here. This is the 3rd episode. I'm excited. Thank you, 321, Java, Paige, all the voice actors that are here today. Thank you, guys. And like I always say, man, just keep following your dreams. Appreciate everybody being here.
No, we appreciate you for sharing this with us, and for sure, keep following your dreams. But before we get to the dad talk, we'll introduce our actors. Actors, I'm going to point to you, say who you're playing, and then just give us one fun fact about your week. Anything interesting that happened at all. Starting off with Knight, played by Edwin. He is no stranger to these these seat at the table reads for this No Filler episode. He has read Knight previously as well. He is also running his own D&D channel called Bastion that we play. Bastion, did I say that right? Every Tuesday night, 10 o'clock, catch us, some of us live. It is amazing. He's also a DM for hire. So if you want to bring your adventures to the next level, he is the man to go to. Edwin, talk to the people. Something interesting.
Well, you said pretty much anything interesting about me that I could have said. I'm just real happy to be working with 321 Productions. They're some of the greatest, most talented people I know. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Speaking of greatest and talented people you know, that brings us to Ty Hill, who is also playing Alex, actor on the rise. So please book her if you can. She will not disappoint. She has become a favorite here at Seat at the Table. She has become a go-to because of the amazing ability she has. Let her bring your theater production or film production to life. That said, Ty Hill playing Alex. Talk to the people.
Man, that was good. It's always so great to be here. I love reading with you guys. It's always just an amazing time. Something interesting happened to me. Found out I may have to get a wisdom tooth cut out fairly soon. So not interesting, not fun, but it's happening.
I've been there. They give you some great medicine, I tell you that. Oh, geez. No, I feel for you. That's not a fun time, but until that happens, we're definitely thankful that you are here for sure. Speaking of fun times, Dalton brings up the energy with the script, and playing Dalton is none other than Elijah Powell. Elijah is multi-talented. What can't he do? Jeez, he's athletic, he can dance. Just a great ball of energy, a perfect cast for Dalton. With that said, Elijah, you and your whole family are very talented. We're very happy to know you and very happy to have you here. Talk to the people.
Thank you. I'm Elijah. I'm sorry my camera's off because I'm in a vehicle right now, but
yes,
it's all right. But yeah, I love reading for Dalton, most definitely. It's such a fun role, and I'm really happy I'm able to fit the character. And something interesting that happened to me actually a few hours ago, I got my ears pierced recently, which is something that I know it's probably little, but I've just been excited to do it for a while. So that's just something that's happened in my life. Finally got my ears pierced.
Oh, that's super cool. A new experience.
Mm-hmm. Definitely did not hurt as much as I thought it would, because I was freaking out over it. And when it happened, I was like, wow, you did it already? Are you sure? Make sure it went in your head.
No, man, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
So going from there, we're introducing the 2 martial artists on the chat. We have Lyn Dean and Lyn Drelinger now. Michael Drelinger or Dean.
Still
okay,
Dean.
Lyn Dean.
Still Dean, technically.
That's a while off.
Michael Drelinger. Sorry about that. Well, Lyn Dean, Michael Drelinger, martial artists in the chat, respectively. They'll be playing Steven, Stone, and Hayden. They're always great to have on the chat. Lyn is also a very talented cosplayer and actor, award-winning as well. If you need costumes made, October's coming. You may have to be in quarantine, but you can be at quarantine in style with the costumes they designed. Michael as well, amazing martial artist, great actor. And if you hear that voice, how could you not book him to voice really whatever it is you need? That said, I'll let them introduce themselves and talk to the people.
You go first.
Hi there. I do several of the things. There are very few things that I'm not interested in. I don't do, and I can't concentrate. It's fine. But recently, I've been working a little bit on some costume designs. Not way too much interesting has happened to me lately, but you know.
My name's Michael. I kick people. I teach people how to kick other people. And my fun fact for the week, I recently learned that doing an insane amount of cardio has allowed me to drop my voice when singing from baritone all the way to bass.
Interesting.
Who would have thought?
Oh, no, very cool. Interesting. Last but not least, playing Hannah is Angela Mckee. She can hear her voice in the upcoming fan-made Berserk animation. Angela's no stranger to 321 or Seat at the Table. She's a very talented voice actress as well. We're happy to have you. She's always the help. She's the favorite Hufflepuff. That said, Angela, talk to the people.
Hi, I'm Angela. I'm excited to be here. Nothing really interesting is happening. I've played D&D 3 times this week, but I do that about every week, so.
A lot of people envy you about that.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining. We appreciate it. And for sure, got to give it up to Big Boss Paige, the one that makes all this happen. Talk to the people.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you all. As you guys know, all of our actors, you guys just mean the world to us. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to do any of this without you guys. And most of you are such avid supporters of us. For anybody watching, these aren't just actors that we just find on the internet. These are people that have been with us from day one, a lot of them, and some of them before day one. So they mean the world to us, and we truly wouldn't be here as far as a company without any of them. Something interesting that happened to me this week, we ventured into the world of TikTok. So if you're watching and you like TikTok, or just, I don't know, don't like our current government, follow us on TikTok.
Out of sight.
Mike Police started TikTok. So for real, it's really cool. And I have to hand it to my personal favorite Hufflepuff, Java, for getting all the guys together. Did you mute me? No, okay. So yeah, but thank you, Java. Every time I come in, I'm just excited to see who's going to be cast. I never know. He does so much for the company and for us. And yeah, next week, this is our last table read before the film festival. So exciting. So next weekend, we'll be at the film festival. There'll be many, 5 screenplays that you can watch live, and 19 films. So go get your tickets. They're donation based, so just grab one and do whatever you can for it. Our 2020 merch is out, and it's really cool, so be sure to check that out too. I guess that's everything. I don't really know, but yeah, come watch us at 10 p.m. on Tuesday nights for Vassin. It's so much fun. Yeah. Other than that,
when can we play?
When can we play? And we actually host them. If you're watching on Twitch, we host them on Twitch. So if you're following us, you can follow them. So yeah, and just thank you, James Wright, for sharing this amazing story with us. Every time it just gets better. So. Thank you.
And speaking of story, what happened in the last episode, Knight and Alex have finally fought something they promised they would never do. It was intended to be a light sparring match, but Alex had something to prove. Knight kicked Alex very hard, but he stepped out of the ring, so officially Knight did lose the encounter. But Alex has since been hurt and has been keeping it a secret, and our story picks up with Dalton wanting to take them to the arcade. Fun fact for me this week is someone accidentally called me Hufflepuff and I'm a Gryffindor. All right, let's get started. No filler. Episode 3, Games. Created by James Wright. Fade in interior arcade day. High school age teens are scattered across the arcade. 2 students hit a boxing arcade machine. They do decent and celebrate. Stephen walks by. Oh, God, why don't you give it a go?
Is Hawkeye really the best your tiny brains could conjure up?
I don't know. I thought it was pretty good.
I suppose stupid people will be stupid.
Call me stupid again.
Okay, you're stupid.
Student 2 takes a step forward. Jeez, man, relax. Hawkeye here has a superiority complex.
Only to those I'm superior to.
Look, man, are you going to hit it or not?
I'll take the option not.
Aren't you Dawn supposed to accept any challenge issued to you?
Correct.
Well, here it is.
Incorrect.
What?
Insert long-winded answer in 3, 2...
You see, we Dawns are supposed to accept any challenge issued to us. But, my dear Neanderthal, I must deem the challenge to be worthy. So, besting you two would be more of a chore than a challenge itself, thus making the issue proposal null and void. In synopsis, you're a waste of my time.
Beat.
So, this is why you don't have any friends.
Steven cuts his eyes away.
Friends are a weakness.
Look, man, hit the dumb thing, and if you get a higher score than us, we'll drop the nickname. Deal, Hawkeye? Steven sees a passing stone.
Sorry, fellas. I still would need a challenge. Maybe if you got my buddy Stone there to do it, I could reconsider. Yoo-hoo! Stone, old pal!
Whatever it is, I'm not interested.
Don't you want to show these two up in a test of valor?
No.
Try it, man. Even if it's just to shut him up.
That might be impossible.
Well, fellas, that's that.
Neither the Hawk Dojo or Night Dojo ain't nothing anyway.
Stone stares at him.
What? Am I supposed to be scared? Y'all can't even punch the machine.
Machines can't fight back. But disrespect my dojo again, and I'll show you just how hard I can punch.
Well, this got dramatic. It's just a game, man.
We knights don't have time to play games.
Dude, you're in an arcade. The machine buzzes and dings. All turn to see young Knight has punched it and gotten the high score.
Look, bro, I got the high score.
The students are impressed. Stone looks embarrassed and grabs Knight.
Let's go.
They hurry off.
What was that about not having time for games?
Shut up, Steven.
Stone and young Knight lead. Steven smiles. Stone pushes young Knight forward.
Hey, stop pushing. I said...
Match cut, exterior, street day. Dalton pushes Knight from behind.
Stop pushing.
We're going to be late to the arcade.
The arcade isn't close to 11.
Yeah, but I want to beat the crowds.
There's usually always a game open.
Just keep moving.
Knight sidesteps and Dalton trips a bit. Alexandria catches him. But when his hand smacks her side, pain surges through her body. She opts to drop him instead and masks her pain.
Sorry, Dalton. Butterfingers.
Scene flashes to previous episode when she was kicked by Knight. Scene returns.
Still hurts.
Dalton hops up.
If you two want to take forever, that's fine by me. I'm going ahead.
Dalton walks away.
What's with him?
Knight shrugs. Dalton passes by a bush and hears something. He freezes.
Who's there?
No response.
Relax, Dalton, buddy. It's just the wind.
Brother.
Dalton turns his head slowly.
She's close.
Knight and Alex approach.
Who's close?
No one. We should...
Hannah, 11-year-old girl, falls from the sky. Her feet face plants Dalton to the ground. Then she sweetly strolls over to Knight.
Night.
Oh, hey, Hannah.
She hugs him and he pats her head.
Are you joining us today, Hannah?
She nods sweetly.
Only if it's okay with my big brother.
Dalton stands.
No.
Of course you can come.
What? Night? No. She's pure evil.
She flashes a discreet, devilish smile. Flashback begin. Exterior forest day. Dalton walks with Hannah.
I'm tired.
We're almost there.
Carry me.
Absolutely not.
She sits.
I don't want to walk anymore.
She looks at Dalton innocently.
Please, big brother. My tiny legs are so school, and this forest is so big.
I'm not falling for any of your pranks today.
He walks off.
I'll tell Mom.
Go ahead.
There's silence for a while.
It's quiet. Too quiet.
Buzzing is heard.
Oh, big brother. How fast are you?
He looks back and sees Hannah with a beehive, and she throws it at him. The bees fly out, and Dalton runs for his life. Hannah laughs. Flashback in, exterior street day. Scene returns as Dalton lifts his shirt to show the stings.
I barely escaped with my life.
Hannah cries in Knight's chest.
Big brother, how can you tell such awful lies? I just want to play with you. An arcade and friends, and I love you. And
She keeps crying and Knight pats her head.
He's just messing around. Would you like to join us for the arcade?
Really? Oh, I don't want to be a burden.
Of course you can come.
She cheers.
Did you really leave your sister in the woods?
There was no other way.
Exterior street day. The four walk together. Knight reaches out to hold Alex's hand. Hannah pretends to trip and pushes Alex. It hits her sore spot and she backs away holding her side.
You okay?
Ow. Oh, Sir Knight, won't you carry me?
Knight carries Hannah and she evil eyes Alex.
Was that on purpose?
Dalton slides beside her in a Morpheus outfit from the Matrix.
She's beginning to believe.
Shut up.
Interior arcade day. Dalton swings open the arcade doors.
Finally!
Dalton races in.
So, what should we play first?
Knight, will you play games with me?
Sure. Alex, wanna join?
Hannah grabs his hand and runs off, leaving Alex alone. She sighs and walks off. Aiden looks up from a game and sees her walking. Interior arcade day. Montage of the gang having fun at the arcade in various situations. At some point, Dalton is forced to escort Hannah to the bathroom. Interior arcade day. Knight walks over to see Alex playing a fighting game.
Room for one more?
Only if you feel like losing.
He inserts a quarter. The two battle and the round gets intense. An aura can be seen glowing around them. Alex happens to look over and sees his focus on the game.
That look.
Flashback became exterior Hawk Dojo day. Scene flashes to previous episode. Knight and Alex stare at one another in fighting position before the match starts.
I've pushed myself to be the best, yet I'll always be overlooked. If I can beat him, I can prove to everyone that I truly deserve to be a martial artist. I can't accept being your number two, inside and outside the ring, and the one place that matters to me the most. That's why we're doing this. I need to know everything I've trained for isn't for nothing. That I can really be the best.
Match begins. She is kicked and Steven calls out.
Winner!
Flashback in, interior arcade day. Scene returns. Alexandria stops moving the controls and clenches her fists.
Alexandria Dawn!
Alright, I won.
Alex snaps back and sees she has lost the game.
Want a rematch?
She walks off and Knight is confused. She passes by a crowd on the punching machine.
Hey, Dawn, think you can beat my score?
Aiden points to the new high score.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Crowd. Oh.
Maybe.
Aiden turns to the machine and hits it. A shockwave from the punch blows a gust of wind towards the people. A new high score rings and the crowd cheers.
I challenge you, Dawn.
Not bad.
She steps forward and takes a fighting stance. She goes in to punch, but a sharp pain hits her side. She stops short of hitting the machine.
I can't.
You good?
The crowd murmurs, and she sweats nervously.
If you're that afraid, you're free to walk.
As if Sensei would be afraid of you.
Dalton enters with Hannah.
She just doesn't want to embarrass you.
That's so. I think my ego can take it. Go ahead.
Alexandria doesn't move.
Show him, Sensei.
Alexandria stands straight and puts her head down.
Sensei.
You backing out?
She clenches her fists, and Hannah rushes in.
We ladies don't lower ourselves to brutes. We let our knights do that.
Knight enters.
There y'all are.
Oh, Knight, mind beating this game for me, pretty please? I want the stuffed animal prize.
Sure. Alex, were you going?
No, she wasn't.
Hannah takes her hand and walks with her out the way. Hannah whispers.
You're hurt, aren't you?
How did you...
Because I'm not some dumb boy. Let Knight handle this.
Knight approaches the machine.
Easy there, little man. The score's pretty high, over 9,000.
That all?
Aiden's jaw drops.
What?
Knight punches the machine and the numbers keep rising until the machine just reads KO and buzzes uncontrollably. The crowd cheers loudly. Hayden walks off, and Knight notices the crowd for the first time. He imagines he's back in the arena, hearing the crowds. Flashback again, exterior Hawk Dojo day. Knight and Alexandria square off, Knight evades.
All I have to do is throw the fight. But if I do that, she'll know. What should I do? What would Stone do?
He thinks of his brother.
Knights don't lose.
He sees an opening.
Knights don't lose.
He kicks her and jumps back too far out the ring. Flashback in, interior arcade day. Knight looks over to Alex. The crowd rushes towards him and sings his praises. Hayden walks by Alex.
You let your boyfriend fight all your battles?
He walks off. Interior arcade day. Everyone sits to eat.
Sit next to me, Knight?
He sits next to her. Alex looks down and picks at her food. Dalton devours his dish. He suddenly stops.
We must document this.
He whips out his phone.
Say anime!
Anime!
Dalton and Hannah smile big. Knight smiles slightly. Alex looks down. Exterior street Knight. Knight and Alex wave at Dalton and Hannah.
See you guys later.
Later.
Sensei, when do we pick back up training?
Renovations at the dojo should be done in a few more weeks. Be practicing in the meantime.
Got it.
Fare thee well, my knight.
Listen,
See you around, Hannah.
The two pairs go their separate ways. Exterior forest Night. Dalton and Hannah stroll.
Hey, Dalton.
Yeah?
Were your friends okay today?
You noticed something too, huh?
Dalton takes out his phone and examines the picture. Exterior street Night. Knight and Alex walk side by side, looking in different directions, deep in thought.
Things have been weird with those two lately, and it's like they're afraid to talk about it. I was hoping the arcade today would help, but I don't know. What I do know is that they're the strongest people I know. So if anyone can get through whatever this is, they can.
Exterior forest Night. Dalton walks onward.
I'm sure my two best buddies will be just fine. So don't you worry about them either.
One more question.
Buzzing is heard. Dalton sweats.
How fast are you?
Dalton looks back to see Hannah launching a beehive. He screams. Exterior street Night. Knight and Alex look down.
Hey.
The two look at each other.
You first.
Oh, I was actually just seeing if you were okay.
Yeah. Why?
You just seem off.
I'm good. Just in my head.
I'm here, you know.
I know. What about you? You haven't seemed quite yourself lately either.
Still processing some things.
Like what?
It wouldn't make sense right now. I'll tell you once I'm able to articulate it a little better.
Okay. Well, I can make it home from here.
I could walk you.
That's fine. I've kept you long enough.
The two hug. He grabs her waist and the pain causes her to pull away.
I gotta get going. No filler.
No filler.
Interior dawn home Night. Alex lies on the couch and watches videos on her phone. Steven enters.
You still up?
I couldn't sleep.
Arcade didn't relieve that worrying mind?
Nope. I missed training.
He sits beside her.
You can't for a few more weeks. Doctor's orders. They still buying that old renovation excuse?
If I told him the truth, he'd feel bad.
If you told yourself the truth, you'd feel bad.
What?
You'll always be searching to fight the person you can. You're like a lot like Stone in that regard. It may be why you and Knight are drawn to each other.
Don't be weird.
My point is this. Once you heal, what's next? You face someone clearly stronger than you, but can you let it go if that very person is your supposed love?
I do love him.
And I believe you believe that. But once you heal, how long before you challenge him again, then lose again? An endless cycle spun by your need to be the best.
Alex stands.
Good night, Stephen. This has been fun.
Stephen looks disturbingly serious.
I say all of this because I'm worried about you. The drive to be the best sends people down dark roads. You're a lot like Stone, and I couldn't stop the road he went down. Sis, if losing tonight really means nothing, keep it that way. You are a martial artist.
She walks upstairs. Interior, Stone room, Knight. Knight lays next to Stone. Applause rings in his mind.
Get it.
He exits the room. Interior, Knight home, Knight. Knight exits the room and is stopped by his dad.
Hey, Dad.
Hi. I'm sorry it's so late. I was wondering if you wouldn't mind meeting me in the morning in the dojo.
Sure, no problem. Everything okay?
Yes. And be ready to spar.
What?
Fade out. Well done, everyone. And that was episode 3 of No Filler. Thank you, voice actors, for being a part. Really appreciate it. It's around this time we usually do just a brief little Q&A. We will try to keep it short, as many of us have things to do right after this, honestly. But so that said, Mr. James Wright, I'll bring it to you very quickly. Any words for this about this episode?
I just want to appreciate everybody being here and showing their talents. I love every time No Filler is on here. I really think you guys do it justice and really bring the characters to life. So I just want to say I appreciate everybody for being here and being involved.
Yeah, and we appreciate you. We're actors real quick. Your experience playing the characters this time around. Edwin, I know you have to hop off real soon. How was it for you with Knight?
I like Knight because having read him, the first time I accidentally thought to go a little bit too stereotypical, angsty anime teenager, but I like that Knight is actually very clearly a sensitive, empathetic person, despite also having touches of that. And as always, the complete contrast with Alex is fantastic every time they have a scene. I love her direct, blunt manner of speaking, and Ty, I think, rocked it in particular.
Speaking of that, Ty, how was it for you with Alex?
I've read Alex how many times now?
Twice?
Oh.
3 times? At least
Yeah,
twice.
I love it every time I do it. Edwin, awesome. I haven't heard you read in a long time, so it's great to hear your voice and hear you acting.
Likewise.
I love the script. I can't wait for next episode. It seems like it's going to keep getting better and better, so I can't wait to see.
No, thank you for being a part. The next episode definitely is it's something. That said, Elijah Dalton.
Yes, sorry, I was on mute.
No, you're...
No worries. How was it for you?
Oh,
reading?
yeah.
This reading, I liked it a lot because as Dalton, it's usually a high energy, and with this one, it was high energy too. But there was a moment where he was a little bit calm with Hannah and a little irritated, so it was like a different, almost dynamic of his character, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, definitely well done of capturing energy, and then like, okay, he's actually serious, and he's not. He's a very observative.
Right.
Uh, Angela, how was it for you for coming to do Hannah?
Hannah's a blast. I love reading for her. She's fun. First time I read her, because I've been a fan of this script, No Filler, for a while, so I knew I wanted to voice her at some point, so I'm excited I got to.
No, definitely well done. You brought that little kid voice out amazingly. Going to Lyn and Michael, how was it for you guys reading really some new characters for you? Actually, I know Lyn, you're the first time with Steven.
Yeah, so this was my first time with Steven, and for a lot of these seat at the table reads, I am more of like the energetic characters and all that sort of stuff, and it was I really liked a little bit of a change in pace, being a more dry character, and I just really, really enjoyed his attitude and everything, and I really enjoy this character and finding out more about the past in particular in this episode.
Steven is honestly my favorite. Sorry to interrupt, but like he's my favorite in this whole thing, so I'm always excited.
Playing Stone, I like playing Stone. I really like playing Mr.Knight, obvious, the old man energy, but being able to play them both together, I feel like I make them play off of each other. Stone being a younger, less disciplined version of his dad. Hayden, I have a lot of students that are basically Hayden. I want to talk a bit about Steven, though. Steven has turned into my favorite character in No Filler, and one of the reasons, just his last few lines, he talks about a point that doesn't actually get talked about in martial arts very often. The thought that there are some people that you will not beat. A lot of people don't like it confronting this, but in combat sports, there are weight classes for a reason. Someone as small as is probably not going to be able to fight someone as big as, just because strength wins. Strength
All right,
wins
let me
fights.
see it.
Sorry, next one.
Just go for the knees.
No, not the knees. I already have bad knees.
They're already broken enough, man.
No, that's certainly an interesting concept because Michael Jai White got in trouble because he said the same thing about Floyd Mayweather and Bruce Lee. Because he's like, these are my idols, just weight class wise. You know how hard it is for them to knock me out? No.
I mean, everyone idolizes Bruce Lee, and he almost single-handedly built the modern martial arts world. But he wasn't and isn't the be-all, end-all. Now, I don't like Mayweather Jr. very much as a person.
That may be the most controversial thing ever said in 3, 2, 1 production. I mean, you got hate for anything, it's that quote.
There is not a person alive, maybe Mike Tyson, that has the sheer skill that Mayweather has.
Don't come for us on that. It's not an official 3, 2, 1 statement. Don't come for. We don't know anything about it.
My opinions are purely my own. They are not sponsored.
I love Star Wars Episode 8. There, I said it.
Oh.
All right,
Same.
Well, Edwin out. Okay, Michael's gone too. Bye.
So if you want to read Knight, we have no. I'm sorry. Michael, I'm sorry, I've been interrupting. Michael, sorry, interrupted. Did you have more to say on your point? I'm sorry, I kept interrupting you.
Honestly, my thoughts on this are pretty long form, so I should probably cut it off here.
Fair enough. I would love to explore that with you at another point, guys. Thank y'all so much. Mr. James Wright, before we start wrapping, was there anything else you had to add?
No. All I ask is if we ever get to episode 4, everyone here, please come back. I love all you guys. Please come back and do this again with us, please.
Yes, thank you.
Next episode, definitely. Mr. Knight has a lot of lines as well. But yeah, we're almost.
Episode 4. After the festival, we have a special surprise for seat at the table for the week after the festival and on Halloween. Yay! So stay tuned for that. Also, oh goodness, I forgot. Subscribe to our newsletter, okay? Because then we'll tell you about it. I don't know, I had something else, but I forgot it. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you to our viewer on the live stream. I have a sneaking suspicion that I know who it is, but I'm going to leave that there. But yeah, thank you to everyone for tuning in now or later. Whenever you're tuning in, we appreciate it. I don't know if you had anything else to drop out. I just kind of started.
No. I was going to just wrap it up. Like, subscribe to us, all the things. Watch the beginning of the video to hear more about all the things. Again, like I said, we're on TikTok. Film festivals coming up close. So many things. And if you want to be part of Seat at the Table, please reach out to us, whether you're an actor or you're a writer with a script ready to go. We would love to review it. That said, if no one else has anything, guys, yes?
Watch our, we just dropped a trailer for a fan-made animation of Berserk that we produced. Java wrote, which is incredible. And a lot of voices that you'll recognize from here, you can hear in there. Shout out Angela. And yeah, so it's really cool. Please check that out, and then stay tuned for the rest of it. It's really, really great.
Yes, dreams do come true, and episode 3 of No Filler certainly proves that. Mr. James Wright wasn't even sure how to write a script, but he had this idea, and now we have a whole season. We're episode 3, bringing that to you live right now. And I guess to emphasize that, you have the opportunity to live your dreams every single day. When it comes to following your dreams, a lot of people view it as this point and this destination, when your dream really is a journey. It is your responsibility, and you owe it to yourself to find a way to live it daily. You can be happy, and don't constantly compare yourself to the person you feel like you should be when you're always growing as the person you are, and there's nothing wrong with you. And I think that's something when we call Alex, you really are a martial artist. She may not get the message now, but the seed has certainly been planted. So whoever you are, you already are a martial artist. You are good enough. You're doing fine. And follow those dreams, whatever that means to you. You deserve to be happy, and you have to give no excuse for that. So that said, thank y'all for joining us here at 3, 2, 1. Seat at the table. We'll see you next time.
Oh, as always, also, Black Lives Matter. Wear your masks. Crush the patriarchy. Abolish ICE.
Can I add something onto that page?
Yeah.
LGBTQ rights are human rights.
Make sure that you vote. This is probably among, if not the most important election in most of our lifetimes. If you're going to vote by mail, make sure you get that taken care of as soon as possible. Don't wait until election day. Get your ballots as soon as you can, and try your best to get that submitted before the end of October.
And as Java says, we stand with LGBTQ plus rights, otherwise known as rights, and as well as women's rights. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Vote. Be wary of your waste. Climate change is real. For the love of God, it's real. And yeah, that's it. So we stand with everybody whose voices have been silenced. And to quote Java Moody, the greatest story we'll ever tell is the one of us standing against oppression. So that's it. Thank you guys for being here with us.
Thank you.